Hello, everybody. For those who are not familiar with me or my work, my name is Alan Vaysberg, and I'm a life recalibration expert. I apologize for the sound of my voice. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, but I wanted to talk to you about a beautiful counseling session that I did today with a wonderful light being, wonderful soul from across the world. I'm in the United States. This person is not. And most of it will remain private. But during that session, some things came up, and some things came up in terms of what I was discussing with her and the guidance that came from my sources. As many of you know, I am intuitive, and intuitive guidance has a lot to do with what I practice, regardless of whether it is a coaching, counseling, mentoring, consulting session. So this particular young woman, was dealing with a lot of conflict, and a lot of the conflict was because she felt that, and rightly so, by the way, she felt that she was in a place of transformation. She was transforming from the old self into the new, and she had a lot of self-talk, a lot of negativity that came along with that process, and that's where her struggle was, of letting go of the old and getting into the new. And as I was listening to her, and I was seeking guidance from the outside and from within myself of how to respond and how to give her certain tools that'll make the process easier, things came up that surprised me. And that's what I wanted to share with you, because I think it is something that's very valuable, something that we can all utilize, including myself very much. So what was said were two things, and that's why I think it really relates to universal, unconditional love. The conflicts and a lot of the self-chatter that this woman was dealing with was because she was trying to rip herself apart from the old and to embrace and be with the new. And any of the old habits, any of the old thought forms, they were all disruptive, and they were all destructive to her. So she was fighting with herself, literally, in every term we can look at it, energetic, psychological, and physical. She was fighting with herself and was trying to go from the old into the new, and that creates a lot of conflict and dissonance. And the guidance that came in was, instead of giving her certain strategies, was to basically say that the old you is still you. We shouldn't be fighting with our old selves. We should embrace the old self. We should thank the old self and love the old self for bringing us to where we are right now, that is ready for change and ready to evolve. And then slowly, in that embrace, in that love, ask the questions and go through the thought patterns and see what suits us and what does not suit us. Just like we are letting go of the shell that we were in, but it is still us underneath the shell. We may be going into a different one, but it is still us. It is still a soul. We are still one. We may be transforming from old into the new, but we shouldn't let go of everything, and thus we cannot, and the conflict arises. We cannot let go because that's us. What are we letting go of? Old belief systems, old ways of thinking about things, old patterns. Yes, those we renew, but we don't renew them by fighting against them. We renew them by embracing and being thankful, and then very lovingly letting go. The second concept that I thought was very interesting is that the woman talked about forgiveness and forgiving others, and most importantly, forgiving herself, which I've used so many times before for so many years, because forgiveness is such a powerful and a very, very important part of healing. That being said, and the information that came in that I shared with her was that let's go a little deeper, because while forgiving yourself is a very, very powerful and important step, if we go deeper, we realize that there is nothing that you need to forgive yourself for. And that is what love is. That is what unconditional love is. When we are forgiving ourselves for something, that means we are acknowledging that we've done something wrong. Excuse me about that. This is the first time that I'm doing a recording on the software, so I had a message that came in that paused everything. My apologies. So forgiveness is admitting that something is wrong. And I'm not dealing with denial of something should have been done better. It's much deeper than that. Forgiving means that we're putting conditions on ourselves. Whereas if we are in the state of unconditional love, we are accepting of who we are, no matter how quote unquote imperfect we may be. So realizing that there is nothing that she had to forgive herself for is the next level. And that's where the universe wanted her to go, and the universe wants us to go. And that's why I'm bringing this up. So those two concepts are all tied together, because evolving from the old into the new is still a part of accepting all of it. It is still part of accepting who we are unconditionally. And if we love ourselves and we understand where we were and where we're trying to go, then everything will flow much easier, instead of creating that constant dissonance and then have to forgive our actions in order to let go and move on. We are not letting go. We are moving forward. We are everything, our old and our new. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope this helps you. Again, my name is Alan Vaysberg. I'm a life recalibration expert. I'm always happy to answer questions. This video should be posted to all my Facebook pages. Please comment below what you think, whether you agree or disagree. I'm very happy to participate in the discussion. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care.